This is a TFsource video review of TakaraTomy Alternity Starscream and Skywarp. The Decepticon army is vast, and over the years has consisted of many types of warriors, the most notable of which have been a generic type of foot soldier commonly referred to as the Seekers. The name dates back to one very obscure reference in a J.C. Penney's catalog from 1984, and has gained traction in the fandom until Dreamwave officially revived the term in their War Within comic book series. The original Seekers consist of Thundercracker, Skywarp, and their air commander Starscream. This original trio have been reimagined in almost every new version of the franchise, and this continues in TakaraTomy's Alternity line. The Alternity Seekers mark a new chapter in the Seeker legacy. For the first time, they are land-based cars. After their complete omission during the Alternators and Binaltech line, the Seeker's introduction into Alternity breaks one of the most consistent norms for Transformers since faceplates and flames. Was the trading in of wings for tires worth it for these birds of prey? Find out in this review of Alternity Skywarp and Starscream. The newest Destrons to join the Alternity line come securely packaged in cardboard braces by the courteous staff at TFsource.com and will be minty fresh for the mint and sealed box collector. Slide off the outer cardboard and it can be seen that each character has their own unique box art. Skywarp is labeled as the Witch Purple Pearl version and Starscream is labeled as White Pearl. These colors are expected to match the actual production colors of the real Mitsuoka Orochi cars. Like other Alternity packaging, only one piece of tape needs to be cut to release the inner shell and figure inside. The resealable blister is a cinch to remove and makes for seamless restorage of the figure, or in case you want to pass this on to a fellow collector down the line. No stray accessories are left out of the car mode, and each figure comes with a unique fold-out instruction panel. The instructions detail a flight mode for each Orochi, very much in the vein of Generation 1 Autobot tracks. This flight mode helps bridge the gap from the traditional airborne Seeker soldier to this new ground-based Seeker model. The alternate mode for the Alternity Seekers is quite breathtaking. It is doubtful that many outside of Japan have ever laid eyes on this fantastical Orochi car design. It appears to be a modernly fashioned vehicle in the vein of the Italian Lamborghini and features many sexy curves and organic shapes. If the Decepticon Seekers were ever meant to become a land-based car design, this is the one. Both doors open, revealing bucket seats inside. The trunk and hood also open to a certain extent. When open, the trunk reveals a gleaming Decepticon symbol, albeit upside down. The underside of the vehicle remains quite flat, and the arms, null rays, and flight mode fins are clearly visible. A false hood for the robot chest is also hidden under the car. To activate the flight mode, the null rays must be adjusted and then the wheels fold into the car, allowing two swept wings to take their place. Although the wings are a bit small, they give the Orochi a very aerodynamic appearance. The alternate mode is very successful and provides an exotic piece to add to any car-based collection. The robot mode is where things start to get a little weird. The transformation to robot mode is tricky, and the doors pop off of their ball joints quite easily. It is advised to follow the visual instructions carefully, since some of the parts are very small and the transformation is quite unique. Once completed, the robot mode is one of a kind. Not since Masterpiece Optimus Prime's two grills has a figure featured such faux parts for aesthetic improvement. The chest of the robot is made to look like the hood of the car, but the actual hood of the car serves as part of the wings of the robot. Pair that with a completely foreign head design and you have the most non-Seekerish Seeker toy to date. Change is not a bad thing though, and the figure as a whole appears very spider-like and menacing. Some great care was taken during the design process to give these guys very Seekerish features like the shoulder intakes and null rays, while at the same time creating something completely unique to the Alternity line. Starscream and Skywarp feature very different head molds, but unlike Bumble and Cliff, these faces seem to bear almost no resemblance to their original namesakes. If you are sick of the same old Seeker, these are definitely the flyboys for you. The null rays are physically attached to the arm, which is also a step away from the norm. One of the most interesting features of the robot mode are the bot wings made from the entire roof of the car, This assembly can be rotated 360 degrees on the back of the robot. Alternity Starscream and Skywarp are in the same scale as the other Alternity figures and stand out amongst their mostly gray and red colleagues. Since there have been so many other gray or silver figures in the line, painting Starscream bright white was probably meant to add some variety. It's also nice that Megatron now has someone other than Alternity Convoy to beat up on. When compared to other Starscream figures, Alternity Starscream definitely looks a bit alien. Would G1 Starscream even recognize himself? Landing somewhere in between animated and classic Starscream's heights, this figure will make a welcome addition to any Seeker-centric display. The alternate mode shares even less similarities than the robot mode when seen next to various incarnations of the Seekers. It's up to you as whether this version is blasphemy or super cool. The Alternity Seekers are definitely a frontrunner for the Most Out-of-Place Transformer of the Year award, but is that really such a bad thing? The Seekers are notorious for being repaints of the same old mold again and again. There have to be some of us out there that have been looking for a breath of fresh air just like the Alternity Seekers. A blue redeco of Skywarp as Thundercracker has already been announced to round out this trio, but could this mean that we may see some Conehead versions as well? Nothing is out of the realm of possibility, but with all the other supposed rules that these figures have broken, perhaps it's time to break one more and leave these three as the only members of the Alternity Air Force. If you can't get enough of these flying foes, take a trip on the wild side and pick up what is probably going to be the only car-based versions of Starscream and Skywarp that we'll see for many years to come.